survived night number 1. I was actually pretty warm. I was really surprised how warm I was. I slept, I think, better than I sleep at home. I was that warm and my pillow was that comfortable. So Josh said he heard elk bugling at like 1 o'clock this morning, and he said they were going nuts. Maybe 5 miles away from us. So a little bit of a distance, but you know, elk have feet, they move. So got some coffee, and Josh is gonna do some scrambled eggs for us this morning. We had an interesting night last night. Josh, you want to talk about that hike in at all?
Yeah, it was not too bad, but a little steep, and I think Mike had a little too much weight on him. So that's the summary of it.
Yeah, I was dying. He's being kind. I was dying. There were a few times I couldn't even see him up ahead. He was so far ahead.
Well, I had good momentum going. I didn't want to slow down. I was in the zone. All right.
Feelings this morning are, come back to camp, and I unloaded so much stuff out of my bag. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I unloaded. So, because, I mean, the walk in was all uphill, the whole time uphill. Ridiculous. And we didn't even get that far from the truck last night before it got too dark. So we just set up camp, and I looked at the GPS and said we'd moved 0.9 miles. That's nothing. That's nothing, but my lungs were on fire. The elevation, I'm not used to the elevation. It's not like you can tell the air is thinner, but my lungs could feel that the air was thinner. So last night we were preparing our meals.
That was fun.
And I had some kind of a bison ranch casserole. Josh had chili mac, chili with like habanero peppers in it. And the joke was, oh my goodness, on that mile back, I passed gas so many times. It was unbelievable. But tonight, actually, I have elk ragu is my meal for tonight. I've already got that packed, and I've got some beef jerky. When it's so cold, you think about food and coffee and stuff. We didn't know what to think of the area when we came in last night because there's all these vertical, sheer cliffs that you're driving between, and all kinds of mountain climbers. And they had like 2 or 3 different camping areas. How many campers would you say were set up?
Oh, man. A lot.
At least 30, 40, maybe 50 people with tents. So
it was a big party.
And then last night, when we first got in here, we got up that hill. And Josh is probably thinking this is going to be a long trip if Mike Bell is this slow of a hiker. Going up these hills, actually, exhausting. Notice it in my quads and my hamstrings, mostly. There's a lot of uphill going on here. Finding myself having to stop kind of frequently. And I've got this pack on my back. And we're going up hills. Love it. Up the mountain we go. all the way up the mountain. Let me zoom in. Emphasis. All the way up. All the way up the mountain. Okay. All of these have been browsed on. This is a food source for some kind of animal. Probably mule deer or elk. And then these down here have been browsed. Yeah, interesting. Josh was set up right here, and I was set up back in here between a couple of trees.
Nice and steamy.
There's been a bear clawing on trees. And then check this out. There's an elk rub right there. How cool is that? I actually just saw a tree really shredded down below here. And I said, Josh, check that out. Sure enough. And the bear claws. I mean, that is just way too cool. He's got them on a couple different trees, actually. Look at that one. What in the world? He clawed that thing all the way up. What a weird bear. Wow. Well, if I was bear hunting, I'd be right here.
Yeah.
Status update.
Day one. We're in the back country, pretty deep, probably 4 or 5 miles out. Getting a workout in.
Yeah, we came from way down there and way over there. Is it what you thought it would be so far?
Yeah. Exactly what I thought it would be.
So we're going downhill right now. It's amazing looking from up here down there, the elevation that we came through to get up here. I'll show you. So this whole entire trip to get to that last spot was all uphill. It's amazing. Makes me feel like we were definitely warriors on the way up here. But I guess if you're gonna go to a hunting spot, you might as well go uphill to get there. Because if you shoot something, or if you don't, either way, to go back to your truck, you're going downhill. And that is definitely the best direction to go. After all that hiking that we did, the best sign that we saw was down here. So we're expecting them to come out of those woods, come down and work their way up the south-facing slope behind us. I mean, you can just tell. That one definitely looks like bedding. This one definitely looks like food. It's a no-brainer. You can tell they've left everything in brown space. Wish us luck. Well, we're in good spirits now. Been headed downhill all morning. Got fresh water from the mountain. Man, life is good. Got anything to add to that? Oh, muscles.